Good afternoon and welcome to Boston Asian Radio and TV English Daily News today. I am your host, Lei. Here's a look at the top stories making headlines today. U.S. to deploy missile defense systems in the Middle East amid rising tensions. Boston police ask public to help identify woman allegedly involved in Roxbury knife attack. Here's the top issue for mass, and how residents think Healey is handling it. Worker who died in fall from downtown Boston office tower identified. Person shot in Jamaica Plain. U.S. to deploy missile defense systems in the Middle East amid rising tensions. The U.S. military has announced plans to deploy additional missile defense systems to the Middle East in response to escalating threats of an upgraded war from Iran and its allies. This deployment comes against the backdrop of increased U.S. military presence in the Middle East and heightened military aid to Israel after Hamas attacks on Israel. President Biden issued a rare warning to Iran and its allies, cautioning them against involvement in a war, and pledged an additional $14 billion in military aid to Israel. In recent times, Iran and its allies have escalated their threats against Israel and the U.S., raising the risk of a broader conflict in the region. The U.S. has recently intercepted missiles and drones launched from Yemen, believed to be attacks supported by Iran. Underscoring the tense situation, the U.S. has already dispatched 2,000 Marines to the region and ordered an additional 2,000 troops to prepare for deployment. Boston police ask public to help identify woman allegedly involved in Roxbury knife attack. The police are seeking the public's assistance in identifying a woman believed to be connected to a knife attack. Authorities have released a surveillance image of the individual. The incident occurred on Saturday, October 21, near Roxbury Crossing. The Boston Police Department is urging anyone with information about the woman's identity or the incident to come forward. They can provide tips or information through the Crime Stoppers tip line. The investigation is ongoing, and the authorities are keen to identify the suspect involved in the incident. This is an active investigation, and anyone with information that could help the authorities is encouraged to report it to the Boston Police Department. Providing assistance in identifying suspects in criminal cases is a crucial way for the community to contribute to public safety and law enforcement efforts. The police rely on tips and cooperation from the public to solve crimes and ensure the safety of the community. Here's the top issue for mass, and how residents think Healey is handling it. Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey's approval rating is at 51%, with 27% of respondents expressing disapproval. The survey also indicated that 36% of respondents believe Massachusetts is on the right track, while 37% think it is moving in the wrong direction. Regarding key issues, residents weighed in on healthcare, climate change, and the economy. A majority of those surveyed, 67%, view healthcare as one of the most important issues facing the state, while 65% express concern about climate change. On the economy, 60% of respondents believe it's a top concern. Additionally, the poll found that the COVID-19 pandemic remains a significant issue, with 82% of respondents indicating that they have received a COVID-19 vaccine. Worker who died in fall from downtown Boston office tower identified. A tragic incident occurred in downtown Boston, where a worker lost their life after falling from an office tower. The Suffolk County District Attorney's Office identified the man Monday evening as Nicholas Marks, 40, of East Weymouth. The accident took place at 100 Summer Street, a prominent commercial building in the area. Emergency services, including the police and medical personnel, responded to the scene following the incident. However, despite their efforts, the worker succumbed to their injuries. The specific details surrounding the fall, such as the height and the circumstances, were not provided in the initial report. Person shot in Jamaica Plain. The shooting occurred in an as-yet unspecified location in Jamaica Plain, with details about the incident remaining limited in the initial report. Authorities arrived at the scene following the shooting. As a result of the incident, the victim sustained gunshot injuries and was in need of immediate medical attention. Emergency medical services responded to the scene to provide the necessary care to the injured person. The circumstances surrounding the shooting, including the motive and potential suspects, have not been disclosed at this time. Local law enforcement is likely conducting an investigation to gather more information and identify those involved in the incident. Stay tuned for more updates on Boston news as it develops.